Hey yo, what's up everyone? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. I have had a pretty good day myself. Honestly, I am so tired. I feel like I don't sleep. I mean, obviously I do. I literally, my bed is right here. But I don't know. Like I've been trying to edit, but I have like no motivation to edit. But I really do need to like get back up, my A game and like get more content out there. I have so many streams that I'm behind that I need to edit. Like I still have to do the Roottrees series as well. But I think for what it's worth, I think I just need to, kind of like chill for a little bit, and then I'm still going to try to at least get like some editing done. And then as soon as I get some editing done, I'm going to start posting it and stuff like that. But the company that I finally got hired at, they, sent me the welcome letter and everything. They also have messaged me about my availability because, again, this is an on-call position. So this is whenever I have availability, they will book me essentially, or whenever they have availability, and if my availability matches up to that, all of that jazz. So I will be working soon, and this does put a pause and kind of like a little hinge into my plan of streaming earlier on in the day next week. Because this position is 8 to 5, which is crazy. But I'm thinking maybe like doing a flex schedule for the most part. So when I am working, stream at night, and then when I'm not working, stream in the daytime. I feel like if I kind of do something like that, that might work a little better for me. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure. But that is what I am thinking. And then, kind of going from there for the most part. What's up, Sorry? What's up, Noriel Lane? Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, that's kind of all I was thinking. I did want to kind of talk about some of this streamer drama going on, but I'm going to leave that for tomorrow because there's a lot of stuff that's currently developing in that, and I want to make sure that I have all of the right information before I kind of touch on it. I don't like just giving a blanketed kind of like statement on something that I'm not fully aware of. So my opinion on this whole OTV, well, actually, I don't think Saikuno is a part of OTV, but Saikuno, who is friends with OTV and friends with 100 Thieves and all of them, like Ray and all that. I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on about this particular situation. Some people are supporting it, some people are talking about it, some people are completely against him. So on the blanket, because Sakuna is one of my favorite streamers, I would say that, you know, I mean, me personally, I don't like cheaters. I don't like people who cheat. There are a few other claims that are kind of like surrounding this as well, like manipulation and him being a predator and stuff like that. So before I, you know, say anything definitively about this or give like a full, like my view on this whole thing, I want to make sure that I have all of the right information first. So I will not say nothing, at least not for right now. But what we will do, though, we will be getting into back into the Roottrees. We need to make sure we have their whole family lineage. I didn't even realize, but yesterday I got an achievement. It's called "You Deserve the Gold Star." Basically, I got all of the notable Roottrees, the ones that were on that one piece of paper, which was really cool. And can you believe it? I have already played about 7 hours of this. And you want to know what? I completely forgot that there was a hint button. The little duck is a hint button. I did not figure that out until very late last night. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I will be using the hint a lot more this round, and let's get into it. Right, the Roottrees are dead. I don't know why I just put on an accent, but they are in fact deceased, which is crazy. I will say, for not using any hints, we did pretty good. We narrowed down quite a few things. I think the only one, who did we get after we started using hints? I don't think we really got anybody solidified afterward. I don't think so. All right, so because we didn't, let's kind of go over the information that we had, though. Let's see. TikTok being TikTok again. It's all right. I don't mind. I'm going to appeal it. 2 seconds. Sorry. Okay, cool. Also, if my camera is in the way, which I feel like it is, of like the notebook, hold on, guys. I'm gonna put my camera over here. I feel like it's better if it's over here. Oh my gosh. Like paper. Because I feel like it was blocking the paper, and I didn't realize before. But that's okay. I can fix it now. That should be a little bit better. Now you guys can see this. The only other place I could put it is like up here, maybe like over page 1, because we don't really need to look at these. You guys just need to be able to see all of this information. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to move it up here instead. Can't tell if it's on or off screen. Hold on. It's so small. My nephew is screaming downstairs. I don't know what he's doing. I just started. You came just in time. I did not do anything. I haven't done anything just yet. I was actually just fixing my camera, so you came just in time. Hopefully, is my camera too big? Should I make it a little smaller? I feel like it's huge. But also, I don't want to, I feel like you guys can't see the very top of the list, which is, I guess, okay. Because we don't really, the thing at the top of the list isn't relevant. But that, can you guys see? As long as you can see the center of the screen, I guess that's good. We need to see the beauty. I appreciate it. But yeah, okay. Next time when I am about to go live, I will message you. I will let you know as soon as I'm going live. But I go live at 8 every night. And so I was kind of saying earlier that I will be flexing my schedule, because now that I have like the times that I have to work, I will still need to stream at night. But when I'm not working, I'll just stream in the afternoon. That's kind of what I was thinking. All right. So let's see what we have. So I feel like we have Gwen, and we have Jim. Jim is down here. We have Jim, who is a musician. The only thing is that I'm not sure who the other Gwen is. I mean, she is blonde, so I would assume. Well, I don't know. Let's not go into that real quick. So these 2 points don't really matter. We were on Lauren, and we were looking at her diary. That's what we were looking at. Her second diary with all the tea. Like, she has like a whole bunch of tea in her diary. Which is crazy. Let's see. Turtle check. Ooh, I would have to go down and go and get him. Hold on. He's currently banned from my room, so I would let me actually, where is my phone? Because I just recently took a picture of him, so I could show you guys a picture of him on my phone. But I will have to show him next time. Oh, you're going to stream Thursday to Sunday? Okay, awesome. I believe I'm subscribed to you, so I will get the notification. I'll hop in. Oh no, I didn't. I'm following now. I'm so sorry. Usually, like, I follow every single time someone follows me. But now I will get your notification, and I will know when you stream, and I will be there. Let me know. What times do you usually stream? You came to make me work. Oh yes, that's right. You haven't seen him. I showed him on stream a couple times. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna go grab him, and I'm gonna let him like roam around in my room. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, okay? Well, I got bad news. I took him out of his tank to let him roam around downstairs, and he has hidden himself. I do not know where he went. So my sister, she said that she will let me know as soon as she sees him. But your turtle check will not go unnoticed. As soon as I find out where he is, I will bring him upstairs and show everybody. I'm sorry. He really is. Like, he likes going into like little crevices and spaces. Like, I literally just searched the entire office downstairs, and that's where he usually is, but unfortunately he's not there. So, okay. I honestly don't remember where we left off last night. So we need to figure out the other presidents. And we need to figure out what Elias Jr.'s job was. I thought they said he was an architect, but that hasn't solidified. And then Gwendolyn, I don't know what she is. Pop's a cheater? He is. I do remember that. Pops has an unknown, but that unknown isn't up here. At least they don't show another daughter. And then Elias Jr. had a daughter out of wedlock too. So I do remember that homegirl was met. That's right. Hold on. That was in her diary. I think it was this one. Yeah, she got angry at a new girl. When I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. When I told her he was my pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So here's the thing. I think that Samantha is probably... Wait, no, but that can't be, because her and Pop were around the same age. I was going to say Samantha might be Pop's. Yeah. So Lauren was mad. Because she said that this was a homework assignment about anger. And this is what she wrote. That she was upset at the girl, but the girl was also angry. No, she got yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." And so she got angry because of that. Okay. Not entirely sure what this entirely is about or who this person is. Oh, you thought it was her? Me too. I did think it was her as well. I thought that the girl had put... Me too. That's what I thought. But as you can see, my dyslexia messes up and rewrites stories, apparently. But okay, so she got married. She got mad at the girl, not the girl getting mad at her and putting her hands on Lauren. I thought that the girl pushed her. But she... Wait. Because it says when I told her he was my pop, well, it does say that she pushed me. So the girl did push Lauren, because then down here it says she pushed her too. So Lauren pushed her back. Okay, so yeah, the girl was putting hands on Lauren. See, I look, maybe this is crazy. And then also, why is Pop telling Lauren to be nice to her after this girl done put her hands on his daughter? That's crazy. Okay. That's craziness right there. All right, so there's 2 clues in this one, 3 clues in... Okay, 2 clues in names, 3 clues in Clark, 4 clues in Sam, 2 clues in Scandal. Which that Scandal was juicy. That Scandal was crazy. Yeah, Pops is not right. He really isn't. He is not right in the head, that's for sure. Hold on. What is the last thing we looked up? Okay, so we did that. I do remember we got a hint from the duck, but since we closed the game, it probably went away. There's a tangent in James Roottrees' spider search result that's worth investigating. I do remember that because I was going to look up James. I go. Okay, we'll find all this out in a second. I'm pretty sure. There's a tangent in his search. He's a singer from Jim and Diamond. With his wife Diamond, the duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder. Rolling on Down the City is in my evidence. Although Jim writes majority of his songs, plays guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but has its fans, who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. So are we supposed to look up these other songs, maybe? Cherry Tree is a pretty general term, perhaps unsurprisingly. Should I look up Cherry Tree song, maybe? Okay, so you can't look it up that way. Sounds of Laughter. It's an album by Jim and Diamond. Okay, you can't even find a picture of the cover. It doesn't appear to have been very successful. Some basic liner notes exist on a Jim Roottrees fan page, and it states that the lyrics... Okay. Jim has become a bit of a recluse, and he hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. Okay, Duck, what am I looking at? You should look into his band's fans. The Diamond Dazzlers? These? Plays a guitar and often sings. Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's leader. Okay, so let's look at Diamond Dazzlers. Oh, you printed something. Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. Why is it for both of them if it's just her name? You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail on a random forum about video games. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out Christmas cards every year to Diamond's Dazzlers. It's accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There is a fierce debate in the subsequent posts about whether that's cool or pathetic. Among the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from 1996 included pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. The Floozies? Who names their band that? What the heck? You want to be known as a floozy? That's crazy. Okay. Well, we know that Jim, before we look up the Floozies, that lets us know that Jim has a son named Wolf. I was wondering who Wolf was. Okay, this is a boy. We don't really know what he does just yet, but we know he has a daughter, which I assume is Candy, and it seems that she is also an artist of some sort. Maybe? Wolf, I assume. Yeah, Wolf listening to music. Okay. So we have Wolf. Where is he? Here he is. He looks young, so I would assume he's a student of some sort. Oh. What? Okay. Who do we get? We got 3 entries. Wolf. Oh, finally, we got Elias and Gwendolyn. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. We finally have the wonder who her husband is. We finally have the 5 what are these people called? The 5 wait a minute. The 5 pieces. We finally have the 5 pieces. That's what we have. Now we have to get... Oof. We still got a lot of work to do. If I'm... Oh, I also wanted to have this picture be here because I assume this is him. If it's not... Oh, no, this is supposed to go there because that's him. That's his second picture. So who's the other guy? Okay. Wait, where were we? Right, we were going to look up the Floozies, which I assume is their daughter whose name could possibly be Candy. Let's see. The Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They're mentioned in passing in an online review from earlier this year. Apparently, they were the opening act for the band the reviewer actually came to see. The reviewer writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act, but this one was unusual, and not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, but not in a good way. Ooh. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians, and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive, and not only were they selling CDs, but they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. I was going to say, like, why would it only cost $1? That's crazy. The reviewer said, although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again, except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There's no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover of the CD they were selling, Conquistador, has been added to your evidence. Okay, let's look up Beef Baby, then we'll look up Conquistador. Okay, Beef Baby is a song by Floozies. Can't find anything else about it anywhere. Okay. Could it be a euphemism or about a newborn cow? Okay, so that's a dead end. That means nothing, essentially. Let's search up this. Conquistador. Okay, so that's basically it. So let's also look them up in the periodicals. And maybe Modern Music Monthly? Oh, nothing. Not even there. Maybe Starlit? They're not big enough. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the evidence. What do we got? Let's see. A CD from the band called The Floozies that is only available in live shows. Credits on the cover say guitars, vocal is Candy, bass is Nikki, drums is Nina. Is there a Nikki and a Nina? Let's see. Nikki. There's a Nicole Smith and a Nicole Madsen. And then a Nina. There isn't a Nina though. Is that what he said? Nina? Yeah, there's no Nina. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to click this. Hell of a name for a band. Yeah, it is. Conquistador or something. Okay. So it's possible we have a Nicole maybe here. And then Candy. I assume Candy is his daughter. His oldest daughter. I assume. And then this is his son. I think. Don't quote me on that though. I don't know. Let's see. Could there be anything else in here? All right, Ducky, what you got for me? The modern 5 pieces flavors aren't helpful, but there might be something in the description of the ad that is. In the description of the ad of the 5 pieces of this ad or the other ad? Oop, didn't mean to click that. All right, we got Root Tree 5 pieces. We got So Strawberry. We have Power Plum, Cool Chocolate, Bad Blue Raspberry, Awesome Apple. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. What's going on? So we just found that Jim or James, he has a daughter who's also an artist, and we found his son. His son was confirmed before because so we just found his daughter. Now, from a hint, it's saying that there may be something helpful in the description of the ad for the 5 pieces flavor. So in the description, it says, this is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. Maybe we gotta look this up. Oh, Teen Blast. Teen Blast is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website has a news section that offers condolences to the loss of the Roottrees sisters. Their fashion line was often covered by our magazine, and Raina Roottree first appeared on the cover on her 16th birthday. All right, so now we have Teen Blast. So I wonder if the floozies are in here. No. What about Candy? Candy Roottree. Nope. We don't got her in there either. Interesting. Yeah, no worries. Take your time, take your time. It mentions let's see. It mentions the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ads also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Okay, so maybe we can look up Raina Roottree, maybe? Okay, so in Teen Blast, it says... So let's look up Raina Roottree, I guess. Welcome back, welcome back. I tried Candy Roottree in Teen Blast. Nothing came up. Ooh, okay. Raina was on the cover of Teen Blast when she was 16 and did an interview. You add the cover in the article to your evidence. Ooh. Okay, here we go. We got Raina. Teen Blast. TMS, what's he up to? Teen Blast can tell you. Brother Trouble, new gossip. Also, how to know if he's interested, and win a trip to the set of a new movie. Raina, Sweet 16. The Candy Girl gets serious about her inspiration and aspirations. Okay, so this is an article about Raina in 1994. It also mentions TMS and who's TMS? And Brother Trouble. In an interview, Raina talks about her inspirations. One important thing I learned from an early age is that dreams are not outside of our grasp. My grandpa was a college professor who taught lectures about history. He always... Wait, your grandpa was a college professor? Her grandpa. Hold on. Her grandpa is him. He was a professor? Do they have a professor? Okay, college professor, I guess. It said her grandpa was a college professor. Okay, I like to try to fill things in. Now, what about the other word, elderberry? We'll go back there. This was a sidetrack from the Team Blast, but we'll get right back to elderberry, definitely. Let's see. He was a college professor who taught lectures about history. He always told me that history was full of people from famous families who wasted their fame and fortune by taking it for granted. Instead, he told me I should go out and use my name to accomplish something. I think he may have practiced that lecture a lot because I have other people in my family that have also made the Roottrees name famous for things besides candy. His older sister even wrote a book that some of my friends tell me they had to read in school. His older sister. Okay, that would be Lauren. I took his advice and now I work with my mom designing clothes. I help decide what colors and patterns I want to model. Then she designs the clothes with a team of amazing men and women. Although my grandpa passed away earlier this year, Grandma Laura tells me he was really proud of what we've managed to accomplish. Laura Carlson, I guess, is his wife. Okay. But the thing is I'm trying to figure out who her husband is. Who is her husband? Okay. That is all I really get from this. Let's see. Where's the 5 pieces thing? Okay, here it is. So it says, what even is an elderberry anyway? Let's see if we can look up elderberry. Here. Oh, too many R's. Sorry, too many R's. That doesn't come up with anything. Maybe. Am I spelling this word right? I actually don't know. It's not a keyword for anything. I tried. Okay. Is this giving me anything anymore? Oh, there's nothing for this, but here's another ad. Here. You find an advertisement in The Sweet History of Candy. I did look this up. It's from 1928, 6 years after the debut of 5 Pieces. It states that the flavors are inspired by the children. Okay, we got all of that. Let's see. Raina's interview in Teen Blast mentioned a sitcom that sounded family related. It did? She did? What sitcom? When did she say anything about a sitcom? Did I miss the sitcom part? She talked about her grandpa being a college professor. I think he may have practiced the lecture a lot. She doesn't talk about a sitcom. Where does it say she talks about a sitcom? Maybe down here? Candy Girl Gets Serious. It says she mentions it. When does she mention a sitcom? Is it Brother Trouble? Maybe? Let's look up Brother Trouble. Huh. What the heck? Is pointing at the number 1920 as well. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me look at that. Here. Because it's no longer the 1920s. You're right. Why is it pointing at the... What even is an elderberry anyway? 1920s. There's also this. There's an arrow at Inventor Kids in 1920. Well, then there's arrows at all of these too, but these arrows are different. They're different colors. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Back then? Back then where? In the 1920s, I guess it's saying. Okay. Let's look into this. That's probably the 5 kits he had. Yeah, so I do know that the 5 candy flavors refer to the 5 children. And then each of the candy names, or at least what was put in the candies, I believe, are the first letter goes by each of their names. So I get that part, but I do wonder what the arrows mean. Well, definitely, we're going to figure this out. Let's see. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about 2 16-year-old brothers the same age, one adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Their single mother, played by stand-up Penelope Tessa Green, often had to navigate her job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising 2 boys who were extremely competitive in sports, academics, and even romantic pursuit of their next-door neighbor, Roxy. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottrees. Who's Ron Roottrees? The show had strong ratings through the entirety of season 1, rocketing both Sheridan and Baker to instant stardom, mostly amongst the teenage girl demographic. However, it was canceled in 1991 midway through the 2nd season due to a significant drop-off in ratings. Oof, these are a lot of names. Okay, let's see. Tommy Mark Sheridan, let's search him up first. TMS. Oh, TMS. Okay. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed to popularity after his starring role in the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use and more recently his relationship with Raina Roottrees. After a short engagement, they married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. Interesting. Also, what? The ages are crazy. Okay. Interesting though. But okay, what is his name? Tommy Mark Sheridan. So that's her husband. Wait. Thomas. All right, so that's her husband. Interesting. This is just... That's who she married. Yeah. Okay. Another name I want to look up is Dustin Christopher Baker. Dustin Christopher Baker is often abbreviated DCB by his teenage fans. Since leaving Brother Trouble, he has appeared in a few straight-to-VHS movies that adapt classic literature to a family audience with minor success. Most popular of which was Jane Eyre, which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel as a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. He doesn't seem to be associated with the Roottrees. Okay. Next, we need to look into why is Roxy highlighted like this? Okay, means nothing. Ron Roottrees, let's look this up. Ron Roottrees is a small screen director and the head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and creating a 1-season hit, Brother Trouble. RR Productions, let's look this up. Defunct production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on Usenet board stating that Brother Trouble ended up being an iconic name considering the rumors about R&R Productions Ron and Robbie Roottrees. Who is Robbie Roottrees? There's not much relevant information about Robbie Roottrees. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread called "Why Was Brother Trouble Canceled?" One user speculates, "I think it's because the writing went really downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers." Another person replied, "Maybe it's due to the rumor about Robbie Roottrees in Silver Screen Magazine." What is Silver Screen Magazine? That's also not how you spell magazine. There's a link to some kind of article, but it appears to be dead. Did you mean Silver Screen Magazine? Obviously. Ooh, finally. Okay, cool. Silver Screen Magazine was a Hollywood insider magazine focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, set design, film promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. It ran from 1983 to 1993 and was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago, and the website now redirects to the new magazine. What's the new magazine? The new magazine doesn't appear to have any relevance to your case. Okay, so let's go to Silver Screen Magazine. Look up, was it Ron Roottrees? Hey, okay. There's an article about Ron Roottrees from 1984 entitled "Don't Blame Nepotism, He Gets Results." After finding some small screen success, first as a director for many soap opera episodes, and then stepping in as a showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the US but grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. Okay, so your name is Ron. Ronald Roottrees and Robert Roottrees. Oh. Wait, what is his profession? He was a director? At first as a director for many operas and stepping in as a showrunner. Then he started his own production company. So what would his occupation be? CEO, maybe? Director, maybe? Oh, screenwriter? They have screenwriter. But but he owns his own company is the only thing. So how does this work when you always use the person's most recent occupation? Okay. So he's the owner of his company, though. If he's the owner of his own company, he would be a CEO, right? Because he started as a director, then he became a screenwriter, and then he went to start his own. So he's an entrepreneur. Is there an entrepreneur? No. I would then think he's a CEO. He owns his own company, right? Am I wrong on that? Because it said then he decided to start his own production company. Okay, so let's see. He gobbled up American cinema whenever he could, and when he was old enough, returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with have gone on record as saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He has occasionally called upon his younger brother for script punch-ups, and has thought about bringing him into the fold. So his brother Robbie. Okay, a small rumors article from 1992 that claims that self-taught television. Okay, so he was a screenwriter. I assume he's still a director then. Director, screenwriter, I assume. I don't know, but he also owns his own company, so that could be something else. Let's see. He was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. It seems he, again, allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then fled to Paris, where he grew up, and then Silver Screen continues to insist this is all very much allegedly, assaulted an officer who came to question him. This family is crazy. What the heck? Okay, the article's author says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source and were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving a Robert Roottrees around the time that Brother Trouble was canceled. Oh, so that's why it was canceled. I see. Okay. Let me search this up quick. Okay, that gives me nothing. Interesting. Trying to see if there's anything else to search in here. So he plans to pitch new shows to major television studios. Till then, he plans to find the right project. What's up, Calby? How you doing? Kai Bill? Sorry. I saw Calby on the corner of my eyes. Okay. Okay. Sure. So we have them two. Who's their dad? Well, I know who their dad is, but Bill is not a thing. Hold on. I'm gonna look up on. I think I did this before, but I'm gonna do it again. Anyway, Wild Bill Williams. Like, does it have his first name? That'd be great if it actually had like a name. Oh, his first name is Walter Forsythe. What the heck? Seriously? You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Okay. Let's look up Gal in the Game. Okay. Ooh. That didn't take me anywhere. Hold on. Let me go back there. And then let's see. Bruce Throckmorton. What a name. Okay, he's not related to them. Okay, so Walter Forsythe is his name. Walter Forsythe. Okay. So we got Walter, Ronald, and Robert. Okay, where else do we need to go? Back then means nothing. Okay. It mentions TMS and Brother Trouble. She talks about her inspiration. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. College professor. I put her grandpa as a professor. Put him as professor, but I assume there's something wrong here. Maybe I have the wrong headshot for him, but it said that was Clancy, and that would be her grandfather. I don't know. I'm a little confused here. Okay, let's see. We'll just fill it in as we go instead of writing things down, because I feel like by writing things down, it's like taking me away. Also, I need to put this here for her other picture. That's a younger picture of her. Where else do we need to go? Let's get a hint. Some of the actors in Brother Trouble might be worth looking into. Okay, but I looked into the other actor. What is his name? DMS. History. I looked into Dustin Christopher Baker, but it said he wasn't associated with the Roottrees. Let's see. Let's look at Jane Eyre real quick. Nothing. Okay, Charlotte Bronte, maybe? That's a novel. Okay, brings up nothing. It says he's not associated with them, so I assume he's not. We looked up Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. So let's look up that. Time Marches Onward is a soap opera. It was the first credited role of Tommy Mark Sheridan, who was only 7 years old and still being credited as Thomas Sheridan at the time. According to your search, the show has been on air for 22 years and is said to focus on 3 large families that own different ranches in the same town in Texas. TMS appeared as Carson in 53 episodes before his character went away to camp. A few episodes later, his parents learned of his off-screen death in a terrible whitewater rafting accident. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. After a 6-year absence, Carson returned, now with partial amnesia. He recalled that though he was saved from the river, the couple who found him were evil drug runners. Interesting. They smuggled him across the Mexican border and sold him into child labor. After he managed to escape, he couldn't remember who he was. He eventually found his way home by following the address that his parents had written on the tag of his jacket. During the second run, Carson was played by an actor other than Tommy Mark Sheridan. The discrepancy was explained by covering his face with bandages and claiming that his work in the silver mines left him permanently disfigured and caused his voice to sound completely different. After the plastic surgery operation that happened amidst a hostage situation at the local hospital, the bandages were removed and the new actor played Carson for an additional 3 years, appearing in over 500 episodes. He was then killed permanently this time, while saving his younger sister from drowning in a whitewater rafting accident. They are so creative. Oh my goodness. Okay. That happened at the same river where his initial accident took place. Fascinating as all this is, none of it seems to be related to the Roottrees. Okay. Glad to know. Oh my god, that was funny. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to where were we? Brother Trouble, right? Let's go back to Brother Trouble. It said we needed to look into the other people in here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Penelope Tessa Green. We didn't look into her. Oh, what is this? Penelope Tessa Green is a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 80s before she was a TV star on Brother Trouble. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers, doing more family-friendly material. You find a picture labeled Joker Lantern 1997, as well as a different picture labeled Jack watches one of his mother's charity sets in 1994. Both have been added to your evidence. Okay. Okay. Who is this lady? Penelope Tessa Green and Baby Jack. You found this on a website. It's captioned Jack. Okay, but who is she? Penelope Tessa Green? Whose last name is Green? Anybody's last name Green? Where does she fall on this? Actually, I don't know. I don't even know how this applies. Okay. This is very interesting. Okay. Jack-o'-lantern 1997. The Laugh Lounge Comedy Club hosts several fundraisers throughout the year, but the most famous one seems to be Jack-o'-lantern, which happens every Halloween. Comics and patrons are encouraged to wear costumes, and it seems the person with the best costume wins a voucher, which can be redeemed for 5 pounds of buffalo wings. There is a 2-drink minimum and a 0 tolerance policy for heckling. Every year, we tell people not to heckle the comics. And every year, someone ends up getting kicked out. Don't do it. Okay. So we know that Penelope is a comedian. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to highlight this and just have this in here. I feel like where we are at this point is to highlight stuff. And then she had her first child. The birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances. So she either has only one child or she has 2. Is the thing. What if that's who he's married to? He's married to her and they had a baby boy. Maybe. I'm gonna plug it in there. Who knows? Penelope Tessa Green. I'm just gonna do it. But wait, no, she wouldn't go here. Because she has a picture. So she has to go on one of these. Penelope Tessa Green with a baby. Okay. We'll put a pin in it for now. Her and her baby Jack. Let's go back to Brother Trouble. We looked up Ron Roottrees, Sheridan and Baker. They went to Stardom. And then it was... Okay, so that seems to be it for that. Let's see. There are several people related to the campaign mailer. Have you looked into all of them? I assumed I did. Campaign mailer. This? This is the campaign mailer, right? Yeah, it is. So let's see. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It is a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. We looked into her and we have her and her husband. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but her word is it was still full of love. And now 22 years later, with a baby of her own, Due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply love is our future. The handwritten note, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity. Oh my God, I can't read. She could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread through the next generation. Okay, I'm not seeing another name on this, unless I could turn this around, which it doesn't seem like I can. Is there another campaign mailer? I feel like that's the only one. And we have all of her. Stephanie's married to Brian, who is the daughter of Mark and Caroline. Caroline and Mark divorced and got with Eloise. That I see. I don't know why these two don't solidify. Okay, Ducky, what are you telling me? Even the spouses. So we need to look up Brian. What's his name? Brian Jones. Brian Jones. Even the spouses. Okay. Brian Jones. Let's see. I figured he was a dead end, so I don't really... Brian Jones is a famous athlete who broke a pole vaulting record in 1954. He doesn't seem related to the Roottrees. If you're looking for a different Brian Jones, you may need to search a more local resource. So let's search this. There are many advertisers over the years, as well as small articles from 1995 about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity during an interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting a job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way, he laughs. But still, whether they're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come down for the best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search for us online. I designed the website myself. Okay, let's search this. Interesting. Okay, so Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time. The website seems fancy. It even has frames. What does that mean? What does that mean? CM, I assume CM stands for Caroline Morden, because I think she mailed the campaign mailer to her cousin Carl to have his 3 girls basically like do something for Stephanie. That's who I think CM stands for. It would make sense because so far she's the only CM that we have on here. Let's see. The website lists the address, hours, and a few examples of clients and the type of work that was done for each. Stephanie Jones campaign mailers, Roottrees Candy Company, various banners and posters, Butler County Holiday Light Post banners, Miracle Network tour flyers, Roottrees Motors coupon flyers, Butler County School District various banners, posters, Butler Summer Theater posters, and set contributions for Children of Eden. What is that? And at the bottom it says, we also do web design. Come on in and get a quote today. Oof. Baby isn't Jack. Check the years. Frames were web coding that allowed sections on the page to be separated easier. Oh. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, I did not know that. That's really cool. Old HTML, you say. Baby isn't Jack. Check the years. Baby isn't Jack. Oh. Where do I have a Jack? Oh, baby isn't Jack. Oh, this baby you're saying. Where is it? Where is he? This is Jack. Or are you saying oh my god, where is it? This. No, not this. Oh my god, where is it? Where did it just go? Hold on. This. That's not Jack, you're saying. This little baby here. I see. Oh, 1997. And then here it says 1994. Oh, okay. Understood. I see. Okay, let me highlight this just so that we are made aware that this is her son, not this baby, whoever this baby is, in 1997. Okay, good to know. Thank you. All right, I guess we just search these one by one, I guess. How about we start here? Children of Eden. I don't know what that is. Children of Eden is a musical with songs by Stephanie Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnston really likes it. Realized it could kind of fit timeline-wise with a game he was making, and decided to use it instead of something fake as kind of an Easter egg. You don't need to check it out, but if you do, I like the songs, The Hardest Part of Love and Lost in the Wilderness. Also, if you haven't already, you should hit the back button to go back to Jones Graphic and Print, and instead of searching for Children of Eden, you should probably search for whoever was performing it. What? Okay, I'll do that. Let's look up these people first. Okay, nothing on this person. Jeremy Johnston. What about this? Ooh, okay. This game. Here we go. This game is clearly inspired heavily by Obra Dinn and her story. I hope it stands on its own and that it feels like more of an homage than a ripoff. Thank you to Lucas Pope and Sam Barlow. You both ran so that I could walk. Is this a thing? Or I'm saying, is this relevant? Is kind of what I was thinking. It's also inspired by my participation in the world's largest trivia contest on 90 FM in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Thanks to everyone who organizes this competition year after year. Shout out to Cortesi Frozen Pizza, which I've never tried, but I've heard so much about. And lastly, it's inspired by my core memory. By a core memory I have of browsing Beanie Babies Mortal Kombat fan site somewhere around 1955 on my local library's dial-up connection. Thanks to the patient librarians in Bethel, Connecticut, who took the time to explain the internet and helped change my entire life. If you're seeing this message, please come to the game's Discord. I simply type, I find the thing, all in capital letters in the I find the thing channel. The Discord can be found in the game's main menu. Is this like a real thing? Is this a real Discord? Is this a real Discord? This might be a real Discord. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Let's look at these songs. The Hardest Part of Love. Nothing. Lost in the Wilderness. Nothing. All right, let's go back and let's look at Roottrees Motors. I saw that Roottrees Motors. You find a hit for Roottrees Motors on the Jones Graphic and Print website, which you've already seen. Oh, I did? You don't find any trace of them on the internet. As a local business, they may be featured in other places. All right, let's see. Roottrees Motors. Ooh. There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in the paper. It seems Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. An ad for Roottrees Motors has run in every week's Butler County Times for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad have been added to your evidence. Okay. They're all here. All right. Roottrees Motors ad that ran from 1974 to 1977. Advertisers that the former name of Roottrees Motors was Wilkin. Yeah, Wilkin Motors is still the same family business, but has joined the Roottrees family. How so? Okay, a local family mechanic. Tessa Roottrees. Okay. Says that Roottrees Motors has been around for 50 years, is a family business, and also that Tessa Roottrees, their newest fixer, learned all there is to know about cars from her Roottrees Motors parents. So that means Tessa is Elias's daughter. Hold on, I need to click her face. Tessa Roottrees. She is also a mechanic, it seems. Ooh, nice. Okay. What up, New Breed? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for the heart tree. I really appreciate it. There is a real Discord. The dev put a bunch of other fourth wall breaks. Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. I need to look into that. That's so cool. I love that. Okay, so I need to figure out who her mom is. But that's awesome. Okay, so we confirmed them two and we confirmed her. We did not confirm Candy, though. Why didn't we confirm her? Maybe she's also a student, maybe. She could be a college student. Not sure. But it did have her as like a... Because there's no like guitarist or like pro athlete, principal professor. Musician. I had it as an artist, but musician. I think I would have got her at that. Okay, this is pretty much complete. Same with here. This is giving me issues. I have absolutely nothing for this and nothing for that. This is the only timeline I have. Oof. Okay, it's all right. We are making progress. We're making some really good progress, I think. All right. Let's look up Tessa Roottrees. Dang. Okay, nothing about Tessa at all. Don't forget to check. You sung the... Oh, who sung? You're right. All right, let's go back. Okay. It doesn't say who sung it, but it has Butler Summer Theater. The Butler Summer Theater performs plays and musicals during the summer. Makes sense. As it is not summer currently, their website has a thank you message. Thank you for making our 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for announcements about performances in 1999. The website lists and the credits of a musical, which seems to be the final show they performed last season. There's a cast list, but none of the names seem relevant. Below the cast list, below the cast, it lists the crew, and 2 things stand out. Posters and additional set design elements by Jones Graphic and Print, and choreography by November Studios. Who is November? I've been trying to figure out who this is. A local dance school, they advertise lessons for ballet and jazz classes. Okay, let's go periodicals, Butler County, November. Hold on. I'm blocking my own keyboard. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this place No Mention Studios, because you don't find any information anywhere about it. That's crazy. I doubt it would be anywhere else. That's crazy. Why? This is crazy. What am I? Okay, I need to... Who sung this? Children of Eden. It doesn't have any names here. Posters and set contribution for Children of Eden. What's up, Triple? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Okay, we're gonna look up Butler County School District, maybe? What do we do? Okay, let's we already searched Miracle Network. We've searched this, we've searched that. I feel like, hold on, let's look up Children of Eden one more time. What if we search for it in the periodicals? Butler. Why? There has to be something on this, because I don't have a way to check out who the singers were. Who was performing it? I don't know. Okay. Posters and set contributions for that. Various banners and posters. I'm so confused. Okay. Let's see. Brian Jones. I don't think there's anything else I can search here. No worries, take your time. See you in a minute. All right, let's see. We're going to get another hint. Revisiting the diary provides enough information to place another relative. It does? Who? One person in particular was the center of a lot of controversy outlined in Revisiting the Diary. Yes, but not this one. Revisiting the Diary. Controversy. So we had the huge scandal. The biggest one was Samantha, but we have Samantha Roottrees. Should we have her? Oh wait, yeah, here. We have her here. The only thing we might not have is what she did. Farmer, maybe? Because they gave her the farmhouse. That's okay. Okay, so the new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud, Samantha Roottrees. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 pieces were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Elias and Patricia. So who is she married to? All right, let's search Butler Times for Samantha Roottrees. Nothing. Okay. I go. All right, Ducky, what you got? Oh, maybe I must have got it right because maybe I don't know. But how do I find out who her husband is? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Lauren talks about some of her close cousins in one of her diary entries. You're right. A Life Between Wars Dynasty has a lot of information on the children of the oldest 5 pieces. Dynasty here. Okay. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Company and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So, I mean, but we know this. We know that her father is an architect. We know this already. And the other boy, he's a lawyer, and we know that he's a preacher, or turned out to be a preacher. Okay. Nobody's got time for candy, so with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who has volunteered. So Clancy is him. Is this who they're talking about? Clancy? I think, yes, Clancy. But he became a professor, I think. Because he didn't get it. Instead, it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match the candy, which Zach is him. His name is Zach Wilson. Okay. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very peculiar views when it came to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up to a woman that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all. So who's Angie? I still need to figure out who Angie is. Angie is somewhere. Angie's missing. I don't have an Angie up here. She had 3 brothers, so... Oh, I was frozen. Oh my goodness. And then we have Samantha. Who is Angie? I know I have a note about an Angie somewhere up here. But I did ask who is Angie. I don't think I even have anything else about anybody. Yeah, so I don't even know where Angie falls. But I would assume Zach is the 2nd president. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all. what up, what up? But he just laughed. I'll never forget the curse words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product, which is Zach. Because the only other Zach is Zachariah. Where do I have a Zachariah? I have him somewhere. Oh, I have this. Morden, which would make sense that his name is Morden because her last name is Morden. So why isn't this going through? Okay. All right, Magic Ducky, what you got? Lauren specifically comments on the age differences between her and the two siblings. She says that Angie is older than her brother. In the photo of the next generation, there is only one woman who isn't Sam or Lauren. But I don't know who Lauren is in that photo. The next gen. I'm guessing this is Angie. Because if this is Samantha, and let's say this is Lauren, right? Let's say that's Lauren. Kind of looks like her. So where does Angie fall? Where does she go? So if she's the oldest... Okay, so let's put Zach here. We'll put Zach Wilson. He is the second president. And then we'll move this for now. And then let's do Angie. I'm sure this is probably Angelica Morden? Why would they have different last names though? And it makes more sense if she's older than Zach. There you go. Hold on. Where was I? I was not here. I was here. After all, Angie's older than Zach. And I'm the next oldest of us all. How does this work? Hydrate. Thank you. I completely forgot. Okay. Let's see. So, if it still does, why doesn't Zach show up? Also, how is Caroline Morden here? I'm so confused. Wait a minute. Okay, so, but it says that Zach is... So is his last name not Wilson? I'm so confused. So if his name is Zach, the only other Zach we have is Morden. Zach Morden. That means there's another Morden here, James then. This is the only thing that makes sense. Maybe that's right. Maybe this is right. I think. I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh, I guess we got that right. Oh, okay. Lauren hints towards one of her brother's occupations in her diary. In A Life Between Wars, Clark, Lauren mentions that one of her brothers is following in her father's footsteps. One of her brothers is? Clark. Okay. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seem to pursue paths of knowledge. And the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who could be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seemed to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Okay. This is the thing. So we do have Edward, and which one's Edward? I don't know who Edward is. I don't really have a description of Edward. So let's say, okay, let's look at the picture again. Let's try to dwindle it down. All right. So this is Zach, right? This is Angie. This is Clancy. This is Lauren. This is Samantha. So now all we have is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 people, including a little child here. I'm not sure who the child is. Is it Miracle? Yeah, so that's Miracle. That's why. So if that's Miracle, that means it's... Is it this Miracle? It can't be that Miracle. It has to be this Miracle. It has to be him, right? So then that would leave this guy and this guy. Guy with glasses and guy without glasses. And if Edward was taken on his father's thing, that means Edward is a lawyer. The only thing is that do I have them in the right spot? Who is this person? Blondie looks just like his dad. Yeah, he does. He looks as a carbon copy. Same with him. Clancy and Elias looks just like their father. Spitting image. It's like he just went to. And that's it. And then these two probably took after their mom, Lauren and Edward. They most likely took after their mom's genes. Okay, something is definitely wrong. I just don't know what's wrong here. Because here's the thing. Clancy looks like the youngest, but Clancy is the second born. Right? Like, you have Lauren, who's the oldest, and you have Clancy. But these two guys look older than Clancy in this picture. These two, they look older than him. Unless he's just a short king, you know? Unless he's a short king, who knows? I don't know. What's up, Safia? Thank you so much for joining. Okay, okay, Ducky. Help. Edward is a lawyer. Yes, we know this. Okay, the only thing I get from this is that I have them in the wrong spot. So I'm gonna put Elias C here and Edward here. Okay, you guys remember, Elias is in advertising. And Edward is the lawyer. Should you play this? Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely play this. Definitely play this. Lauren... No, Lauren's not the second oldest. It's confirmed she's the first. She always said that she had 3 younger brothers. I feel like... because he's also not correct. Clancy Jr. is also not correct. I feel like Edward is probably Carl's son. Okay, I'm gonna switch all of them. I'm putting this kid at the end. So let's start with their pictures. I'm gonna put this here. Oh, what'd I do? What'd I do? What? Wow. Okay.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation, but I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake.
It does.
So I'll try to explain why.
Okay, who are you?
It's true, I'm working with lawyers. But not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers.
So you're a writer.
I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the 5 Pieces.
It's Sam.
The truth
must be Sam.
often isn't. But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest.
It's Sam.
You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer root trees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on out. I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
What? Okay. Okay, the next time... Okay, hold on. Instead of returning, the person who hired you called you on the phone. Okay, that happened last time. The next time they returned, they gave you a partial explanation. They hired you to help verify their personal account of the family's history. All that's left to do is finish the family tree and find what's in the locked space, which they said was personal to them. Okay, understood. So this is Clancy then. He's a professor. Elias is in advertising. And then Edward is the youngest, who is a lawyer, took over for his father. Oh, this is crazy. This is a lot. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We can figure this out. You can find information on Samantha Roottree's children in revisiting the diary. A lot of these don't hold too much weight anymore, so that's crazy. All right, so we have Sam and Clark. that has two things to it. Okay, let's read this one. This says, okay, this is about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was Roottrees. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, Ernie. So she's married to Ernie? Is Sam married to Ernie? Ernest Madsen maybe is her husband. So that means they have an Ernest Jr. There's a Gwyneth and a Nicole. I would assume it's like Gwyneth maybe here and then Nicole here. Or flip-flop. But wait, what did Ernest do? We know Ernest did something. Notebook? Ernie Madsen Jr. He was a former fourth president. Okay, fourth president. Fourth. So wait, who's the third? We have the first, the second, the fourth, and the fifth. There was a third person who became. But wait. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long, long time since any real Roottries was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. So Gwyneth Madsen, she must be a farmer. It says that she has the green thumb of her mother. So here's the thing. I'm gonna come back to this in 1 second. So this is a free spirit. How are we supposed to be able to tell who's who from here? Well, I know who this is. Why isn't his picture highlighted? Did I not put his picture on there? Oh, I didn't. I forgot to place his picture here. Okay, well, his picture should be accounted for now. Where was I? I was here. No. Who are these people? Who are these people? Okay. Trying to see if I see any characteristics of anybody I already have one here. Because he's obviously on here. Clark is. This looks like him. And then I'm sure he's on here, which is probably this guy. He was very disco-like back then. Is she on here? She might not be on there. Probably not. I mean, this looks like him. He also looks like the guy from Princess Bride. I forget his name, but he's the one who's like, "You killed my father, prepare to die." That one. All right, let's see. Where were we? No, we weren't on this one. We were on this one. Oh wait, no, we were on that one. Hold on. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It has been a long time since any real Rootree was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. So her children have glasses. Her children have glasses. Is there anybody else who has glasses? There's one person here. Wait, but I have him for this. Okay. Is there a girl that has glasses? There's her. She has glasses. It said children, so I would assume there's another person that would likely have glasses. And plus, this is the old picture. This is a new picture, so I assume he's not on here, maybe. All right. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read that the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Rootree for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person. Who is EC? But Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from him. Sam had to grow up in the house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either, but even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the five pieces in Elias and Gwyneth. Okay, so who is EC? EC. Him? EC? Elias? But he was... I don't know about that one. Alright, Ducky, what you got? Revisiting the diary, Sam mentions both their names and a useful tidbit about their parents. Sam has two children, but only one of them has a spouse with a photo on your tree. Only one of them has a spouse with a photo on a tree? Is it this girl? Hold on. Is it her? Penelope? Wait, a spouse with a photo? What? There's so many. I have so many spouses with photos. What do you mean? Who's the guy with the glasses? Sorry if you sent that earlier. I don't know who the guy with the glasses is. Oh, I didn't take a picture of his face. Why? Oh, I did take a picture of his face. Okay, so he also has glasses. Wait, who am I using? Am I using him anywhere? Where was I using him? Was he... It said that he was on something. Oh, I think I put him for him, maybe. I did. I think I put him for him. Just gonna do that. Okay. I feel like these two are right because they said that her children had glasses. Then that means Ernest had a wife. Who was his wife? Because it said that both of them had gotten into a car accident. Oh no, he's the one who had the heart defect. Who had the car accident? Hold on. Wait, how do you spell his name? Ernest. Oh, Madsen. He's a Madsen. Nothing. There's nothing on this guy. Okay. Oh, Ernest Madsen Jr. maybe? I believe he was the one who was the fourth president. At least that's what I have here. Or was he the third president? No, I have him as former fourth. There was somebody who I wrote was the third president, but I don't remember who I wrote that as. Guy Hudson and his wife Patricia were the third. He was the third president. But where does he go? Because that would mean, right, that what this would mean to me is that Guy is probably from here, right? Madsen. Is there a Madsen up here? Let's see. Is there another? Not Madsen. What is his name? Hudson. Is there another Hudson? There is a Bonnie, a Christopher, and a Guy. So I assume her husband, she married Christopher Hudson. Must have had a son named Guy, who was the third president. And he was married to Patricia Jones. And he died, unfortunately. The thing is that, okay, he must be over here. Sorry. Patricia, Guy, who was the president, the third one. What he looks like, though, is kind of hard to determine, to be honest. Because he's in this picture. The only person I don't have accounted for guy-wise is this guy. Just let me laugh at my own joke. Him. He's the only one I don't have accounted for. Who is this? He looks related to them. All right, let's get more hints because the Shiva candle features Ernie Jr.'s wife. He must be the younger sibling. Oh, I have them backwards. Okay. She looks so much younger than him. Okay, so let's do Gwyneth here. Ernest Jr. here. We have a farmer. We have the president. Hold on, I'm gonna switch your pictures first. Do this, and then do president. Fourth, president. What? Okay. Ernest Madsen's Jr. only child should be easy to find if you look back over your evidence. Just tell me at this point. I'm so confused right now. I don't think I can retain any more information. Can I search my evidence? It would be so much easier if I could search it. Like, you know, like hyperlink words and all that jazz. All right, I'm doing quick searches. Like I can scan pretty fast. So let's try this. Okay. And then there's one here. Reading this back, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrees ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. Stepped up and helped more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seemed fine, and Jim's marriage seemed solid as a rock. So, who knows what causes these things? I suspect that his marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel. All right. This one's called Names. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Elias for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, Miracle's Eli, or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Eli, Miracle, Eli, and even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. Okay. It's crazy how all this just like snowballs. Orange hair on swimmer. Orange hair on summer. Oh, that is true. That's true. Oh, then that means that their two children, whoever this is, must be a redhead here. She seems to be the only other redhead. At least her hair looks red. And then that would bring me to Swimmer here. And then he has a sister. I don't remember who he said his sister was. That's highly possible. I can see that. I can see that going. All right, let's check the rubber ducky. Take another look at the Shiva candle photo. Shiva candle. Hold on. Shiva candle. I just have to do it like this. Shiva candle. Here we go. Carl and Brenda. I'm sorry that you are unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burning of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to have been Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Oh. So, Deborah Bean probably, is her. And they had a daughter. Cute little baby girl. Nicole. Nicole Madsen would be her last name. And she's most likely a child in that. There we go. All right, who we got? Oh, nice. We locked everyone in the next generation. Perfect. Oh. Oh, okay. All right, so everyone in the next generation. I got everyone in the next generation. Oh, yeah, I got everyone up here in the next generation. Okay, cool. Now I have to get the free spirits, and then I have to get everybody down here. I'm almost done. 37 out of 49 is not bad. Princess Bride Inigo Montoya, Mandy Patinkin. Oh yeah, that was his name. Okay, perfect. I got it. Thank you. I don't have his picture right. So whoever this person is, I would assume maybe it's him. Maybe this is Guy. What is this? There we go. Okay. All right, Mr. Ducky, what you got for us? Guy Hudson's article in Business Watch mentioned something from his childhood that sounds interesting. Gotcha. Okay, Mr. Hudson, we're on to you. All right, let's see. Business Watch. Sorry, Guy Hudson. Okay, Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottrees snacks. They both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now, Guy's taken over the Roottrees company at the end of the year. Who would have known that one of those two adorable redheads, Guy credits his mother and father, Angie and Christopher. So, okay. I got Christopher. Perfect. Angie and Christopher with providing his fiery due. Arguing over everything but chocolate would grow up to take over the whole company. Oh, I see. I split up the thing. That's why it didn't make sense. Okay. Guy's uncle and current president, Zachariah has decided... Wait, what? Okay, yes. Zachariah has decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I Clara. Sorry, I do this all the time, but let's see. Clara Lansing is his wife. Perfect. And I plan to reflect on a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas, and he's eager to share them with the world. We like to think that boys and girls agree that he's ready to succeed." Interesting. What did this tell me? It told me something about Guy. Mentioned something from his... So this is the only thing. The boys... This advertisement. Boys and girls agree. Ooh. You find a site about successful ad campaigns. One of the ads listed is from the late 50s, Boys and Girls Agree. It is a series of television and magazine ads for Roottrees chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing. Both of them agree that Roottrees is their favorite. The first advertisement in the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. One of the magazine advertisements has been added to your evidence. Okay. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, this is an ad. Boys and Girls Agree. Television and print advertisement. The ad campaign described as having the premise that boys and girls are often... Okay, we've read that. Right. So we know that this is them, but I'm going to replace them with their children photos. Oh, wait. What was his sister's name? Why don't I have her name here? Hudson. Bonnie. This is Bonnie. And she is... I don't know what she is. She was... Did it say what his sister Bonnie was? Okay. Well, that's good to know. I do. I have enough. I know her name is Bonnie. We've seen that name somewhere else. Didn't one of her cousins mention her at some point? Bonnie? Mention Bonnie? Oh, one person did mention Bonnie. Hold on. That was in this. Bonnie. No, who was she with? She was with somebody. Bonnie Hudson. Hold on. Let me look up Hudson. Because they went to a church, or ransack the church or something. Not ransack. They were going for the tithing. Hold on. Who was she? Because it got caught by I don't think I'm on the right thing. I need to be on Butler County Times, because it got caught by Helen. Who's Helen? Helen Lennon. That's who they got caught by. Dang it. Miracle. Oh my god, how did I find that out? Because Helen caught Bonnie and somebody else doing something. I'm feeling that's her. And then I'm gonna put her child photo here. And then yeah, that looks like the same kid. Oh, okay. What else you got for me, Ducky? Caroline Morden's book, Self-Portrait Art. Ah, that's where it was. That's where it was. Okay. Hold on, wait. I need to copy that. Can I? Self-portrait of a Caroline Morden. Caroline. It was Caroline and her. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation, and in her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. Their marriages led her to double down on her passion. Okay, so she just became a housewife. That's what it seems like. Boring. I have a feeling that's them. Plus, they look like. What was his name? What was the swimmer's name? Dang it. I should have wrote all this down. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Oh, right. Davy Bethany. Davy and Bethany. That's who it was. Oh my god. Kellogg? Bonnie married a Kellogg? What? Oh, yeah. She married a Kellogg. So that means she married, so he's must be the fourth. And then Bethany is this one. And she's the one in the yearbook photo. He is a swimmer. I don't think they have swimmer here. Nope. Student, college, and what did it say that she did? Oh, right. I could just bring this up. He swims at UConn, and Bethany is his younger sister. She must just be like K through 12. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh no. Oops. Yeah, I was thinking pro athlete, but it didn't have like athlete on there. Okay, we got the Kellogg's in here, which is crazy. Oh my god, Pink Pip, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, your lurking emojis are so cute. They're so cute. Okay, now I can open this, and this is her, and this is him. Okay, cool. We have that whole family right there. That's crazy. That's good. That's cool though. That's crazy. Alright, well, okay. Gwen, do we have another photo of you? Is this her? That looks like it could be her. I don't know. I can't believe we're almost done. We only got a little bit more to go. Okay. There are only 2 free spirit women left to place. One is Caroline Morden's sister. Okay. Where, Caroline. Gwendolyn. Okay, that is true. So if we have Caroline Morden, I assume she's a housewife as well. A lot of them are housewives, unless she's a hairdresser. That would be cool if she was a hairdresser. How do we find out more about Gwendolyn? Gwendolyn is Caroline's older sister, so she couldn't possibly be the young girl in the front of the photo. That leaves only one person. Hold on. Free spirits. Okay, but there's 2 girls. But I assume it's this girl. I'm gonna assume. I don't know. What's up? I assume it's her because there is a girl with a beret, but I don't know if that's her. So I'm gonna say, oh yeah, they look exactly alike. Okay. You have enough information to place Caroline Morden's nephew. I do. Jason Wilson is the youngest of the Wilson kids photographed. Oh my God. Wilson kids. Who are the Wilson kids? Wilson kids. Oh, Dr. Stephen Wilson. I forgot about this. See what happens when I literally... Okay, so this is Wilson. Jason Wilson. Oh, wait, no, not Jason Wilson. He would be Steven. Because Jason is his youngest, I believe, is what this says. Yeah, this is... I think Jason's his youngest. Hold on. I need to look up Steven Wilson again. Hold on. We're gonna go back to spider search. Or I think he's Dr. Wilson. Okay. Let's see. So there's a picture of him on his website as well as a picture of his 3 children. The children from... Oh, the 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. There's also a quote that, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect was not written by a 10-year-old. So Steven Wilson is who? I'm guessing... Wait, do I have a photo of Steven? Is this handsome guy Steven? Oh yeah, it is. Alright, Steven. We have finally placed you, sir. And so he has 3 children. She looks older than this kid. Thing is does it say who's the oldest? We know this is Jason, though. Alright, let's place Jason. I'm gonna say it's him and then it's her. But I feel like it could be switched as well. So we know this is Jason. He's a kid. He looks like he just graduated. This is most likely Zach. Who is... He looked like he just graduated. And then that means this is Jim. Probably in college. I don't know. They could be backwards, maybe. Okay, hold on. Let's go here and do Dr. Wilson, maybe. Okay. Let's try Zach. Wait, no, not Zach. What's his name? Oh, it is Zach. Zach Wilson, Jim Wilson. Maybe let's try Jim. Nope, nothing. Starlet, maybe? I just want to check everything just in case. Because it doesn't give us like how old his or the order of his children. It just lets us know the youngest, which you can obviously tell who the youngest is. I'm gonna switch them too. I'm gonna make him older. Do Zach. Then we'll do Jim. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're making it. We're doing it. We got Steven. We got his picture. Got that. Got that. Cool. Ooh. We are almost done. I don't know what her other... I'm guessing this is her. With a beret on her head. Who is Gwyneth Matson's... Wait, didn't I do her? I feel like this is him. And that's him, but I could be completely wrong, I guess. That could be him. And apparently he used to have a head full of hair. Maybe, I don't know. That might be him, because he liked wearing stuff over his eyes. Oh, okay. I don't think we have a picture of Jane, do we? I don't think so. Who is this lady in this picture? Hold on. I'm looking for the picture. Is it this one? No, that's Gwen. Who is this? Oh, that's Gwen. Okay, that's Gwen and her two boys. I thought it looked like Gwen, but I wasn't sure. Okay, we are missing someone here. Who are we missing here? Also, who is she? I feel like that girl is here. This one, I feel like. And her name is... Oh, let me just do this. No, not that. But Stephanie. This girl is Stephanie. Cattrall. So that means she married the Sam Cattrall. That's what that means. And so she's a child. That's who I think she married. So this whole side most likely is done. We're still kind of like stuck on this stuff. Because who is Elias Roottrees' wife? We don't have that many names really. Now it'd be Tessa Green. Didn't we put her name somewhere? Could have sworn we put her name somewhere. Because she was the mechanic, wasn't she? Tessa Roottrees. Hold on. Periodicals. I'll put it here. Tessa Green. Is it always hyphenated, maybe? Okay, Penelope Tessa Green. Alright, let's go back here. Okay, so she is... Oh, she's a retired comedian. She's the comedian girl. Okay, the only one who I think that she was with, she had to have been with him. And it's going to be her. And she has a child by the name of Jack? Jack. Who is a child. I'm literally just guessing here. So, okay, and they must have another child, I think. I would assume is this baby because she's holding a baby as well. I wonder if that's a little girl or boy. Is this November? This can't be November. Do they have baby? Yeah, they have baby. Okay. Obviously not November. Could be Christina, I guess. I don't know. There's not really that many other names I could fill in. Really. Who are you married to? Elias C. Hold on. Let's look up Elias C. Roottree. Oop. Dang it. He doesn't come up in anything. What is up with this guy? Why can't I find him anywhere? Elias, what did you do, bro? Huh? Advertising. Why can't I find him? Alright, Duck. I need your help again. There's only one free spirit left to place. You're right. You're right. And it would be this baby, right? No, wait, hold on. Let me go to the free spirit. It would have to be this little one. Which is why it doesn't go anywhere. It would have to be her. There's only one name left in the caption of the free spirit photo, and there's only one spot left on the tree. Okay. So we have Bonnie, Guy, Ernie, Caroline, Gwyneth, Gwendolyn, Miracle, Jim, Clark, Carl, and Eli. Okay, hold on. Bonnie, Guy, Gwendolyn, Caroline, Gwyneth, Ernest? Yeah, Ernie, Clark, Carl, James, or Jim. Carl and Jim. Miracle. So this would have to be Bonnie. Wait. Did I use Bonnie somewhere? No, not Bonnie. Why am I saying Bonnie? Hold on. We have Bonnie, Guy, Ernie, Caroline, Gwyneth, Gwendolyn, Miracle, Jim, Clark, Carl, Eli. Is it just me or is everybody accounted for? Unless... Hold on. Because Eli M... Eli M is this guy. Eli M... Jim, Carl, Clark. Eli M, Jim, Carl, Clark. Okay. Miracle Jr. is this guy. Okay. Miracle Jr. Gwyneth M, Gwendolyn. Gwyneth M, Gwendolyn. Caroline, Ernie. We have Caroline, and then we have Ernie. Guy, Bonnie. All the names are accounted for. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many names we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Who am I missing other than November? So, okay. This must be November. November Roottrees. She seems like a child. I don't know. Maybe she's in college. Okay, we have to find out who November Roottrees is. Who is she? Yes. That they create choreography, so she's a dancer. Is that what we're getting at? There's two miracles. There's Miracle Jr. and then Miracle the Third. This is crazy. We have one more person we have to fill in. Top secret.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations! I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
I'm ready. Just tell me, who are they? Oh, EC. EC and who? She said there's 2 more. Also, how do I get their wives? Okay, there has to be one more boy name, so let's see. Linus. Cornwall, probably. Because Gwen took her mom's name. There's no way to know this. Catherine Wilkins, Nicole Smith, April Quard. He also married somebody. I think he's the one who married a Nicole, wasn't he? Miracle the Third. Hold on. All right, we have, okay, they're all accounted for. We have, where's the miracle? Hold on. Where is the miracle thing? The preacher sermon up right here. Yeah, his wife Nicole. So he married Nicole Smith. Who did he marry? I really want to get the other names in at least. There's a Catherine, an April, a Joan, and then it has unknown male and female. We're like so close. We're almost there. Remember that History of Candy book from earlier? There's a little detail about that book that you may have skimmed over. History of Candy book? Is there? The book you found was volume 2. I wonder if you could find any other volumes in the... Oh, by that something Lee guy. Hold on. Because what is the name of that book? It's something Lee. Nope, not that. Oh my god, what is the name of that book? Do you guys remember what the name of that book was? It was something... It was a... Okay, hold on. It'll come back to me, I think. I wish the books populated the same way that the periodicals did. When you've already... I can, but I don't remember how I found it. Let's see. Elias Roottree. Let's see. It's top of the picture of him. There's a biography section. It's by something Lee. I don't remember who it was by. Let's go here. Elias Roottree. Business Watch, maybe? I doubt he'd be in anything else. What's the name of the book? Alright, Duck, just tell me. The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 1 by Charles Lee. This is crazy. Okay. This is a book about all things candy throughout history. It starts with historical accounts dating back to the ancient Egyptians and chronicles candy through the year 1924. It includes some print advertisements from companies you've heard of, including the extremely early newspaper ad for 5 pieces that Charles Lee included due to a major misprint. Okay, so you found the advertisement in Sweet History of Candy, Volume 1, 2 years after the debut of 5 Pieces. The author included it because of the spelling error on the word available near the bottom. It states that the flavors are inspired by their children, and the order is grape, elderberry, egg cream, cinnamon extract, and melon. How does this help me? How did that help me? There's only one mystery left. Okay, there may be one mystery, but I really want to figure out these names. I get this one. Let's look into the motor company again. I don't know how that helped. Roottrees Motor. It was called Wilkins Motors before. Maybe he married a Wilkins. Catherine. He must have married Catherine. That's her mom. This is how we're going to have to deduce it for right now. And then you... Also, I don't have any more pictures. Where am I getting all these other pictures from? Who is this? Is anybody else missing a... Oh, it must be him. I have to type his spouse? Wait. She got with EC? Who is EC? Alright, now there's only 2 more names. Let me give him Joan and give him April. I don't know. If I could switch it, I'm going to try. But right now, they all have their spouses. Alright, let's look into EC. EC and his wife. What does this mean? Guardian, adoption, or otherwise? Oh, she must have been raised by these 2. Alright, I need a place to start. There's only one mystery left. Looking into the most closely related people may get you a bit more information. Sometimes looking into people's spouses can help you find new information. Okay, let's look into Patricia Christensen. Let's look into that. Patricia Christian. Nope. Christensen. Sen? What is it? ENSEN. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, Christensen Steel was a steel company in the early 1900s. You find a few mentions in the Butler County Times. Some are old birth announcements in the Butler County Times from the then owner, Matthias Christensen. The only name that looks familiar is Patricia, the third of his 4 children, who was born in 1908. There was a front page article in 1944 stating that the Vice President of the United States had stopped there to visit the factory floor. The company stopped being advertised around 1949. Around that time, there was a blurb that Matthias was stepping down and attempting to sell the company. Okay, we can't look him up on Spider Search, so let's look up her dad. Wow, nothing. Let's look up the steel company then. Christensen Steel was a steel company in Butler County. On a World War II history page, you find that it contributed to the war effort by creating parts for vehicles, but after that went out of business. Christensen Steel and Patricia Christensen both were mentioned in a book review for Steamy Correspondence by Tina Angelica. Hold on. What was her name? Hold on. Tina Angelica. Oh. Is that not? Oh, Angelina. Got it. This is a book of historical letters with an erotic twist. Each letter is accompanied by context from the book's author. The letter from the book has been added to your pages. Okay. So, let me look up Tina. Anything? Interesting. All right. In 1934, someone who goes by Patch wrote a letter full of innuendo to an unknown gentleman who it is clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is thought by the book's author to have been Patricia Christensen, a daughter of the owner of Christensen Still. Her nickname was Pat, and CH were the first two letters of her last name. And Patricia Christensen was known to appreciate wordplay like that. Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. This letter was most definitely not to him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter leading Tina and Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she hid from society in some way. The letter ends on a mention of a twisted twin that seemed to evoke an imagery from classic literature. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful is it that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of her brother's twisted twin? Left an outcast, forced to a life of labor under a wicked relative, it's like something from the start of a children's fable. She deserves not the life he has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. I swear that on that joyous day, with all the strength I can muster, I will fight for our child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Tina has no theory for what the more cryptic parts of that mean. Twisted twin. He had a twin? Oh, so he did. This guy. What's his name? EC. Who is EC? That is so interesting. Hold on. You have everything you need. All you need to do now is look through your evidence for inconsistencies. There are some interesting mentions of an EC in Lauren's diary. Those old candy ads seem suspect as well. And what was that strange love letter about? Okay. Okay. So we have his picture. We already know that this is him right here. We know that. Okay, let's go to the ads first. So we have this ad, right? Elder. Oh, my throat. Okay, elderberry. Oh my god. Okay, this is a lot. Do you guys want to take a stab at this? Okay, so there was a where's the old one? There was a misprint on this one, it said. There was an error on the word available near the bottom. From the fine stockists throughout Pennsylvania. G is for grape, E is for elderberry, EC is for egg cream, CE is for cinnamon extract, M is for melon. EC, egg cream. Egg cream? Let's look at Lauren's diary. I really want to figure this out. If only I could. Okay, hold on. I'm just literally going to look for initials EC so I can read about it. What's up, Fancy? How you doing? EC. Okay, so Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. We don't need any of this anymore, so we're going to delete this page, we're going to delete this page, and we're going to delete that page. So, this is what we have. We have EC, right? And we'll do this. And John. Which I think is AKA Mr. Miller, because there is a Mr. Miller involved somehow. EC is a farmhand. He is also a twin of Elias. Is it Elias Jr.? Yeah, of Elias Jr. Which is crazy. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. If no, we'll exit that off real quick. When he used to drive past the old Anderson, da 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 da. Okay, and then we'll go here. See, is there another mention of EC here? There is not. All right, let's go to this one. Okay. Patricia, the daughter of the local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that. Okay. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam grew to grow up in the house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller, which is John. Okay, so... okay, so EC is a confirmed bachelor. I don't know how any of this, like, goes anywhere. And I suspect that's why he kept us from there. This is hard. Okay, hold on. Any more of EC? We have Eli C, so I keep getting stuck there because that's a completely different person. What if his name is like Eli Clancy or something? Like Elias Clancy or something? Edward Clancy Roottree. His name is Edward Clancy Roottree? Wait a minute, guys. Edward Clancy Roottree. His spouse? Who is his spouse? He married somebody? Guys, that's crazy. Because she does, I did think this was weird when she said this, that even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Rootree. I had to break the news. They got my father's name backwards. That's crazy. This is crazy. How do they even think of stuff like this? So who is his wife? One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Eli, Miracle Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window, I think. Okay. Yeah. And guess what? Okay. That's crazy. Okay. So how are we supposed to know who he married? Hold on. Let's look up Edward Clancy Rootree. This is crazy. Because I tried looking up EC before. Edward Clancy Rootree. Could he have gone by anything else, maybe? What the heck? What? How? What? Maybe Edward Clancy. This is crazy. Okay, so let's try EC Rootree. That doesn't work. Ed Rootree. Edward Rootree. Clancy Rootree. Let's try this. We're going to try it over here too. We're going to do Edward Rootree. Clancy Rootree. Well, we know he was a farmhand, but it said his roommate, Mr. Miller. So did he get with John Miller? I'm confused. Because it said it was his roommate. I mean, he could have got with John. Have you poured everything over? Are you sure? Because if you click this button again, I'm just going to tell you the answer. If that's what you want, go right ahead. If not, look back at the piece of evidence I mentioned before. Those should be enough for you to find the answer. The old ad seems suspect as well. I mean, but I have his name. His name is Edward Clancy Jr. I mean, Edward Clancy Rootree. Unless I'm completely wrong. I could be wrong on this, but I had to write in his name, so... Wait, where did I just see that at? Didn't I see... Maybe I clicked the wrong diary. I think I clicked the wrong one. Yeah, I got this one. Edward Clancy Rootree. So, he was a confirmed bachelor. Twin, I believe he's Elias's twin. But why would he, and his roommate was Mr. Miller. John, I believe. Should I click it again to check or like to see if I'm right? He looks just like this old man. Looks exactly like that man. Edward Clancy Rootree, farmhand spouse. How's he? But okay, the reason why I think that he probably got with John is because of this. Because Caroline got with Eloise. I'm gonna go with John. John Miller. He got with John. He was way ahead of his time. All right, I'm gonna click the duck again because I really want to know. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I got it. He was way ahead of his time. Let's go. Okay, Edward and John. Okay, I believe I'm ready. The only thing is that what other pictures was I supposed to have of these people? Did I click every picture? Let me see if I clicked every picture. I don't know if I did. Because I noticed I didn't do that the last time. Let's see. Okay, picture click, picture click, picture click, picture click. Okay, so I did click every picture. Anything here? Anything here? Okay, got every picture on that one. What about here? Oh, I could take the... I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay. See, I knew I was missing something. Oh my god, who's who? Okay, I want to make sure I have everybody's picture. Okay, she's a blonde, so I assume she's the blonde here. That means Jane is the brunette here. Oh my god, they both have black hair. I'm going to have to go by eyebrows. Let's see. He has very, like, his eyebrows are very that. And it looks like he usually has a beard. So we're going to put you here. We're going to put this here. Okay. I feel like I have everything. I think. The only ones I could be wrong on is these two. That April and Joan. I could be completely wrong with that. But all right, guys, you ready? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. But first, oh, did I find them all? No way. I actually put them there. Good night. Thank you so much for joining.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Rootree, and his partner was John Miller?
Yes, that was obvious.
That's exactly what I needed to hear. I'm Sam Madsen.
I know.
You know me as Samantha Rootree.
I know.
Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, of 5 pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers. Edward Clancy Rootree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser.
I feel like I really did guess the ending, but, you know, confirmed it with the thing because I knew she was Sam. I was like, there's no other person she could be. And then I'm glad I made a choice before I just let the hint just tell me. So, good.
Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not. At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
Mm.
Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable.
Right.
The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 Pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC. We were sent to the farm, and the 5 Pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
Wait, what? I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She said, "Your pop is my dad." Oh, she wasn't saying that to Lauren. She was saying that to Clancy. To her. Oh.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard.
Okay,
and
okay, makes sense.
While the 5 Pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all. But there he is in the background. The 6th 5 Piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom, from a life she deemed unworthy. Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 Pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy. A real root tree. He nearly ruined the company.
I just want to say, would you like to come inside and maybe sit down on the couch? Why are you standing at my door? I'm a little confused here. I think she should come inside real quick. You know, just for a little bit. Come inside. Take off your shoes, you know.
When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions.
Mm-hmm.
Ernie earned about $36.
What? A yearly salary of Roottrees president is always locked into the price of... Oh, yeah, that is right. Known as a bit eccentric and reclusive, opting to forego the typical luxuries. Oh, okay.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry. Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock.
Okay.
That sounded familiar. The Clancy Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future.
Mm-hmm.
His entire family's future.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else. The Clancy Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you.
I mean, yes, you're right.
As
You're right.
someone
You're
who
welcome.
enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. So thank you. You knocked it out of the park.
Thank
With
you.
your expert work, the truth will come to light.
Woo!
And when it does, my share of the Clancy Trust is yours. Like I said at the beginning, set for life.
I get money? No way. How much is that exactly? How much are we talking here? Oh.
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more root trees somehow appear from thin air, this is the last time I'll come knocking.
Awesome, because not to be a downer on this, but it was a little bit boring. But then, we got some juicy tidbits here and there. Lauren's diary was all the rage, so if you have more pages from her diary, I would love to read the rest.
Thanks again, and so long.
Hi. I think we did it.
We're rolling on down to the sea.
Thanks to your hard work, Sam Matson book was public. It received mixed reviews. Life went on, and a new president took over the company. The Roottrees family faded from the news cycle. And then, everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottrees Mania is now unlocked as a new game. What? Oh, I'm a secret Roottrees. No way there's another one. No way. Are we serious? Okay. You know what? We will have to definitely come back to that definitely another time. But that game was actually really, really cool. I enjoyed the ending. I think the ending was really good. What a surprise. Oh my God. But then again, I think once you kind of put two and two together, because you're like the roommate and then the bachelor thing, and then they always talk about John but called him Mr. Miller. Like you kind of was able to kind of put two and two together. It was really cool though. I actually really enjoyed this game. Wow. It definitely flexed my brain muscles, I think, because the amount of stuff that I had to like put together and like reshuffle through and kind of like nitpick, and I'm so glad I went back over it, and I'm so glad that I was able to determine the last two things. What is it called? Like the last two names, and John and what was his name, Edward, and stuff like that, and their relationship and stuff. Like I had a feeling there was something like that in this game, but I wasn't sure how crazy this game was going to be. You know what I mean? And by crazy, I mean like the amount of like dirty laundry and secrets that they were going to include in the game. Because, family trees can be very messy, like very messy, because don't think I didn't gloss over the line that I kept reading about if we brought certain people here, it would be considered illegal once we pass like a certain southern line or whatever. I was like, oh, I know exactly what they're talking about there. But, obviously they kept that part away, but they included the other part of him being gay, which, obviously in our time, that's not a big deal. Obviously they're people just like straight people. So back then, for them to be so ostracized and like, that's it, you're out of the will, you're no longer considered my child and all that type of stuff. And like, that's very heartbreaking, and that's really sad. And then also, obviously back then, having children out of wedlock was also a very big thing as well. Like, for her to be excommunicated from the will, for it not being her fault that her biological mother and father did something. And the fact that did not outweigh the fact that this boy kissed another boy. Like, it's crazy. It's just insane. But what a mystery. Oh my God. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to check out the other thing that it mentioned. But just so that you guys can see, Actually, let me switch it over so you guys can see what I'm looking at. For the achievements, we got 22 achievements. So we got the family secrets. We take my hand beneath the tree. I'm guessing this is unlocking and finding out about the brother. Branching out, we got the next generation. We got the this one is the free spirits. This one is the next generation, the 5 pieces, and we got the notable list. So we got all of these. We did not get the genealogy genie filled in the entire family tree correctly. So there's something that we messed up. I bet it's the 2 wives. We didn't I should have switched them, but we didn't. Locked in possible infidelity 1, 2, and 3. But how could we do that? That wasn't like available. But then again, these achievements might be whatever the additional thing was. You know what I mean? Let's see. Voracious reader discovered every periodical. Don't know how I was supposed to do that. There's the big reveal, Roottrees Mania. Oh, that's what we have to finish. So I think most of these are tied to this, I believe. Loose Ends, Part 1. Found all evidence in the Roottrees Are Dead. So that means I didn't find all the evidence. Where there's smoke. Okay. Found all the smoking guns. Family Doku. Don't know what that is. Loose Ends Part 2, audio file. I did not listen to any of the music. Because also, I'm not sure if any of the music is DMCA, and I don't want like to get a strike just because I was listening to music in a game. Like, I thought I was going to get a strike for Quantum Break, and I was like, YouTube definitely gave me a lot of stuff. I had to be like, hey, it's just a game, whatever. Obviously, they'll be like, okay, well, you still can't monetize, even though I can't monetize. But yeah, I didn't want to, just in case. And then there's a hidden achievement, the 6th hidden achievement remaining. So there are 6 more achievements that you would have to try to get. But yeah. But yeah, I think for what it was really good. That was 10 hours of gameplay. That was it was a lot, but it was still fun. There was times where it was like really boring. I was just like, I feel like I'm just doing homework. That's what it feels like. But at the same time, like, you're a detective, and most detectives, they have to do stuff like this. So I will give them kudos for that. I think it was really good. If you guys do want to see Roottrees Mania, let me know, and I will finish playing the game. Finish playing the additional part of the game, and we can always do that some other time. There are also, whatever it said at the end, there was like another one, I think, another Roottrees, something that we unlocked as well. So if you guys want me to play either one of those 2, I can totally do that in a future stream. But for now, the Roottrees Are Dead have been solved. And it was fun while it lasted, and that's going to be it for the stream tonight. Again, thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everyone. Good night. Peace.